What up, y'all? Welcome to the Gunslinger Gaming Outbreak
Yeah, we haven't even been talking about anything but fuck you up, Gobi.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Yes, and there it is. Yes. Everybody talk about it. It's wonderful. It's great. It's everywhere.
Like 3 weeks ago on the podcast, when the roundtable was, what video game world do you want to live in? Whichever one of you motherfuckers said Plague Inc. can go to hell.
Absolutely.
Coronavirus.
I knew we beat on you for a reason, Zero. You have terrible ideas.
Yeah, coronavirus.
Coronavirus. We're joined tonight by Gobi42, Masami, OmegaConstruct, Zero Burn, and I'm your host, DrNiggle. Coronavirus. Coronavirus, how are you all doing tonight, Coronavirus?
He's determined to include the words of a viral nature into every sentence for the first 5 minutes of this podcast.
That's right.
Why not? Coronavirus.
Yeah, well, coronavirus. I mean, he's trying to make this podcast go viral. Coronavirus.
That was a start. Thank you for stealing my goddamn pun.
Coronavirus. Laundry's done.
Laundry's done.
Yeah, so basically everything's canceled because of coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Everything is canceled.
Coronavirus has been canceled.
Going out in public has been canceled.
E3 has been canceled. The news has been canceled. There's no news. This podcast has been canceled because of coronavirus.
But yet somehow we're still here, because talking to each other is not infectious or viral for some reason.
We're like that crazy annoying guy on the radio in The Division.
Agent, does this look like coronavirus to you?
No, the other idiot on the radio all the time. The conspiracy theory.
Oh, yeah. This looks like fucking coronavirus to me. Damn government.
Much better.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. So, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pretty sick and tired of the coronavirus already, so anything but from here on out.
I think we got it out of our system.
Coronavirus.
Wait,
always got to be unique.
Did Gobi just say that he was sick and tired of coronavirus?
I did.
Yes, he did. Hello.
That was absolutely weak.
Yeah.
It's like the 8th time that we've done that joke.
Yeah, and now if you're expecting anything Star Wars, Star Trek, or The Witcher, I'm sorry, but no spoilers yet from us.
Yeah, we can't talk. We're gonna talk about whatever media that we like, that we've been enjoying, but we can't talk about Star Wars because Gobi hasn't seen the last movie. We can't talk about Star Wars or Star Trek because it is Star Wars and it just infuriates me. And we can't talk about The Witcher because Zero hasn't seen The Witcher.
So I can blame Zero for the entertainingness of this podcast.
Hey, we can still talk about Lost in Space. I mean, the robot's still a badass.
Toss your Netflix credentials to Zero. Oh, Valley of Plenty.
What up, Spade?
Alright, I'm just gonna turn Spade all the way down. We're not gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's here.
No, he's watching television underwater, which is great. Yeah. Hi, Spade. We're joined by Spade live from the moon, where he has found water. This is truly a great day. There's an 8-minute delay in everything that we say, and yeah, he's on a cell phone. Somehow there's 4G reception on the moon, but we're not getting into that. Science.
Really good.
So what is the first thing that we're talking about? Also, Masami, put yourself on push to talk, please.
Yes, sir.
Don't let him talk to you like that. Take his shit.
We tried
heard
to
him
sound
there.
checks before. Oh, there. What? We had Spade for a moment.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We had.
There we go.
All right, perfect. What's the first thing we were going to talk about? Turtle Odyssey. Turtle Odyssey is a great little documentary about a turtle who is born somewhere in the Australian region. And it's all about this baby turtle who grows up, and we learn all about the life cycle of a turtle, and the entire thing is narrated by Russell Crowe, and it's adorable. It's a goddamn adorable. Fucking watch this. That's all I got. It's the cutest thing that I've seen. It's the cutest thing that I've seen so far this year.
It's all right. Fair enough. I mean, it came out 2 years ago, but I can understand why it might have taken you 2 years to find this gem.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. We're not talking about coronavirus anymore. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Continue.
That was all I had. What's this? This Wind River. Is this the...
Wind River is actually an interesting movie that I happened upon shortly after it came out. It's about a murder on a Native American reservation in Alaska, and it's got Hawkeye and whatever.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner and the Olsen sister, who isn't one of the twins.
Is she really in there?
Yep, she plays the FBI agent. It's a good movie. It's like it's a 90-minute movie. It feels a little bit longer than that because it's a good story. It's an engaging story.
No, I've seen this. It's a really good story. The rifle at the end, that rifle shot at the end is pretty sick.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Renner has a very cool gun, very cool rifle, which I believe is a Magnum. What does it shoot? It shoots a fucking elephant round, but I don't think it's a 50 cal.
No, I want to say it's a 44 something. Great. Now I got to actually think. It's not a common.
And this dead air is really going to bring in viewers.
Yeah, that's right. Well, feel free to bust in here with something that you enjoyed watching, Omega.
Oh, there's some actual gaming news. Microsoft released the specs for the Xbox Series X today.
What's a Series X?
It's the next Xbox.
What's an Xbox?
It's your X's box.
Oh.
It's
Hey-o!
4570. That's gonna uses in Wind River is 4570.
All right, for anybody who was curious, it's cool. It's a cool rifle. All right, so what's special about the next box?
Well, the CPU is on par with a Ryzen 7 3700X. The GPU is going to be more powerful than AMD's new RX 5700 XT. It's going to be pretty fucking powerful, it looks like. Like, this is looking like it might be the first console that, in terms of just raw power, could actually compete with desktops.
Desktops now. When is it scheduled for release? That's the next question.
The end of this year, holiday season.
I don't know. If that's what Kobe says, I'll go with it.
At least that's the last I heard. The PS5 is also supposedly coming holiday of this year, which makes sense because a lot of the games are holding releases now till that time. I'm assuming they're gonna probably come out early holiday release.
I give it until about August before we're on the next generation of GTX cards.
So yeah, it's 8-core at 3.8 gigahertz. The GPU is 52 compute units at 1.825 gigahertz. 16 gigabytes DDR6 RAM. Let's see, a terabyte of storage with an extra terabyte expandable expansion card. It supports external hard drives. 4K Blu-ray drive. and a performance target of 4K 60 FPS up to 120 FPS.
Sounds pretty
yeah.
solid.
Does it have the internets?
Dial-up modem.
Dial-up
Ooh,
modem.
that's some sweet shit. How about the blue teeth? Does it have any of them?
Nope. Actually, it might. I don't know. I didn't read the press release. I'm just going by previous generations. Xbox not known for its Bluetooth connectivity.
Well, I went to the Xbox blog post and Control F Bluetooth, and nothing showed up. So I'm going to guess no.
Well, I mean, at least it's got that dial-up.
Right? It's got that going for it. At least we
So
know something about it. I don't think we know
Yeah.
anything about the PS5.
Well, it's still super early for it, so it's cool that they're releasing specs. But yeah, end of the year, Christmas season or holiday season.
Yeah, at this point, when they were getting ready to release what they called the Project Scorpio at the time, or the 1X, we had no specs. So they're actually ahead of where they were at this point in the last generation.
Well, at least they learned from their mistakes.
Does it support 8K? Is the question on everyone's mind.
No.
What?
If it's running a card similar to the 5700 XT, as much as I love my 5700 XT, I don't see it pushing 8K. I mean, it would be, I would say, hard pressed to push 4K at 60 frames per second on a lot of games out there. So,
But no, I mean, it's the next generation of consoles. They've got to be at least 4K compatible.
right. Yeah, I would say it could push 4K 30 frames per second all day long. 2K can easily do 60 frames per second all day long. But
Are you talking the Xbox still?
no, the 5700 XT, which you said the graphics card in
gotcha.
the Xbox One X is,
Gotcha.
basically compared to that. And I own one, so I can make comparison on how I can run games and stuff that way. The only thing I don't have is a Ryzen, which might help the GPU performance because those CPUs run really well, but I obviously have an ancient CPU and needs to be upgraded.
Omega threw an article out earlier this week about single core speed with Intel's new generation of processor versus AMD. Apparently, Intel is killing it.
Yeah, Intel has on this latest. I don't think it was a new processor. I'll double check the article.
No, it's the 9
but
series.
It's like a new update to the 9 series. Is made it so now here we go. I found the article. It's like the top. Intel now has the top 34 places on Passmark's single thread performance chart, thanks to a version 10 update. So the highest AMD chip is number 35 with the Ryzen 3 4300U.
Intel's been busy lately, actually. There were 2 or 3 exploits for their processors discovered this year, and they've either patched them immediately or said that previous patches are available to apply. So Intel is having a busy year. It's releasing new updates for its processors. It's releasing security fixes. I believe it has plans for another series. Is there another 9 series coming out this year? I don't remember if that what article I read, but yay Intel. I think that they saw AMD putting out the Ryzen processors and were like, shit, it's time to make people notice this again.
Well, this is how competition in the marketplace is supposed to work.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a back and forth.
This is a rare win for capitalism. This is good. Competition is pushing the technology and these companies forward, and for the way things have been going lately, it's nice to see that now it's back to a fight. When it was Intel dominated for so long, kind of stagnated, and then AMD came out got back in the game.
So yeah, now
Here
it's
we
up to
are.
AMD to come out with a product that's even better, that's superior to these Intel products, and come out with it for cheaper. So go AMD, go.
Yeah. Well, now with AMD, I mean, now the fight over GPUs is also heating up again, and at the end of the day, it's only going to be good for gamers.
Yeah, I mean, AMD also did release new mobile cards as well too, or CPU chipsets, the 4950 and the 4850, I think. So those are going to be in laptops. I'm assuming they're going to be with like a Vega 9 or something, or hopefully they can get something similar to the 5700 XT's performance into a laptop to really be able to compete, because right now their laptop GPUs are really lagging behind NVIDIA's. They don't. The 560 just never competed with what it should have in the mobile market. But
I haven't seen more than 2 episodes of Lost in Space of season 2. But I kind of
Really?
stopped watching. Yeah, I kind of stopped watching because the Dr. Smith character is still terrible, and it just got on my nerves too much. I still love the family, though. The family's fucking fantastic. Except for the mom. The mom. What the hell is the mom thinking? Like, no, I didn't read your screenplay, sweetie. What the fuck? Why not?
right. My biggest disappointment with season 2 is it takes so long for the robot to get introduced. And they do try and throw a couple tricks at you to like make you think you know who the bad guy is, and then he's not the bad guy, which is fun and whatever. But the end of season 2 was kind of like a what the fuck moment. I'm really interested to see where they're going to take season 3. But
Is
you
Dr.
should
Smith
probably
dead?
watch.
If Dr. Smith is dead, then I'll watch season 3. I'll finish season 2 and watch season 3.
Fuck it, spoilers. I'm about 98% sure she's dead.
Okay, cool.
But you need to watch, and you got to put up with her. She does get slightly better towards the end of the seasons, but as you meet more of the robots, the show gets more interesting.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm very much looking forward to season 3. It's a fun take on the old story, I think, and
I mean, do we go on full end spoilers here?
well, no, I still want Doc to enjoy watching season 2.
Yeah,
I
'cause
might get around to it.
there's a pretty big thing at the end that I was
It's called
really
Payas.
laughed at. Well, that too. Uh, it was one of those like you kind of laugh like that's ironic, and I didn't see that coming at all. And it's refreshing to have a TV show do that. I don't usually get that done to me. It was nice.
What I did start watching, I actually rewatched the entirety of The Expanse, seasons 1 through 3, and then I watched season 4. So that was I was very worried about what they were going to do with season 4, because they wrapped it up perfectly in season 3, and it was a great place to just stop the show and have those 3 seasons, and that would have been pretty special. So I thought, why continue? Why keep on going with season 4? Just enjoy what you have. But season 4 was pretty good. So yeah, if you haven't seen The Expanse, maybe start watching The Expanse. Season 1 is fucking amazing. And then season 2 is pretty good, season 3 is pretty good, season 4 is pretty good.
Interesting. Yeah, I started watching Eureka again. For no reason at all.
Yeah, I've never seen Eureka. What's that about?
It's
Were
where
you
you put
inspired?
no, it's comical because there's all these really super smart people. It's like the smartest people on Earth all live in one town, and they all work at Global Dynamics. and they make all this really fancy stuff, and yet something always goes wrong, and the only person who ever saves them is this average Joe of a sheriff who has no brains other than common sense. And he is a daughter. Yep.
It's basically an object lesson in that sometimes common sense is worth more than all the smarts in the world, but it's really entertaining, to be perfectly honest. I have seen.
Nice.
It is quite funny. I mean, I did not sell it well, but it's all that makes it very ironic and extremely funny, and the actors do a pretty good job too. Of course, it's a sci-fi show, so it's tied into the same universe as Warehouse 13. They even did a couple of crossovers. Which, again, another really good show on sci-fi. Especially if you like steampunk's TV shows.
Yeah, apart from that, I mean, apart from some topics that we can't get into, I don't know of a lot of other interesting sci-fi that's coming out. Westworld Season 3 has started up, which I'm not... I really enjoyed Westworld Season 1. I thought Season 2 was kind of unnecessary, so I'm not really enthused for Season 3, but I might check that out.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember Season 2. I watched it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I remember Season 1.
I'm gonna need to rewatch it.
Season 1 was fucking fantastic, but yeah, I'm
God,
with you.
Season 1 was completely amazing in every way. And then Season 2, I definitely remember watching it, but I don't remember more than like a few like photos, like still frames of various scenes. I don't remember the story. I don't remember the plot. I don't remember any of that shit. So yeah,
It's all
suffices
fluff to
to
you.
say it did not make a lasting impression.
I remember they went to Japan World.
Yep.
Nope.
That was about it. That's pretty much. Well, no, okay. I remember they uncovered the purpose behind the park, like the whole reason that the thing existed in the first place. I remember that, and I remember it was it was a fascinating concept. It was a very well explored concept that they went through. I appreciated that. I don't really remember anything else about it except for. Who was it? Dolores? Yeah, Dolores became just insufferable. Total bitch. Self-righteous bitch. Fucking hated that. Which is a shame, because her character was so fucking good in Season 1.
The depression.
I will say that Maeve was super badass.
Yeah, okay, the character of
In
Maeve got
Season
even
2.
better.
Yes, I do remember that much.
So
that was so nice, and Anthony Hopkins had that scene where he talked to her. Maeve was a good character in Season 2.
Yeah, now that I'm talking about it, some memories are coming back. Not many, but some.
Maeve is actually the reason that we know why the park exists in the first place, if I'm remembering that correctly. I might not be. This is unusual for me. Usually I have very good memory with TV shows. Not this, apparently.
I've never seen it, so I can't help you.
I've seen
Westworld.
enough of Season 1 to be dangerous.
Right, yeah, okay, so Westworld is a show about, there's a whole theme park and it's full of robots, and you play out your Wild West fantasies, and these robots are, like NPC characters. And, yeah, people go nuts, and they do really despicable things because there are no consequences. They're on vacation. And that's pretty much the whole show.
Cool. Probably won't be watching that one, but...
So I'm hunting around the internet for interesting gaming news that has nothing to do with the coronavirus, and apparently I have just found that the Navy has a professional esports team.
Oh, that's neat. What games do they play?
They're called Goats in Glory, and they are playing Fortnite.
Oh.
Well, disqualified. Though it makes sense.
And
I'm disappointed with our
I was
going to
guess Call of Duty.
it's basically
Yeah.
a recruiting tool.
Look, Call of Duty that's a bit more in character. I would have accepted Overwatch.
Yeah, the new Call of Duty's growing on me. I will admit, I've been playing it a little more and jumped back into a domination match with a guy I haven't played with since before I was a gunslinger. Today, played some dom with him. I used to play a bunch of Call of Duty with him back in the day. It was fun. It was good. He's on console. I'm on PC, so that's why we haven't played in a while, but it was fun.
I know one or two hardcore FPS players in real life, and they seem to like it. Like, I haven't heard anything negative about it from them. COD in general, that is.
No, and the new Warzone that just came out, which is their new battle royale that's free for everybody to play across all consoles and whatnot. I haven't played it, but yeah, the gameplay, the mechanics, they did pretty good. I mean, it's Call of Duty, so they're usually pretty good. But this time, like I was playing a multiplayer match, domination. Like I said, I don't usually play PvP, but I was. The hit detection was spot on. I didn't feel like I was, getting just hit detectors and not doing any damage. Like it felt like my shots had weight and they were connecting. So the net code was good. The guns felt good. Yeah, they did really well. Plus, it looks pretty too, and it's crossplay, which is nice, especially being on a PC with the controller. Every lobby I went into was all full of controllers, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, so now you get to play with other people who are as bad as you are at it.
Hi-oh.
Hey, yeah, maybe, sure. I usually play everything else against mouse and keyboard, so I was doing well because I'm used to playing against mouse and keyboard players, which surprisingly, you have to look out farther on PC than you do on console. That's the biggest difference I saw. I mean, other than the mouse and keyboard, the distance of engagements is farther away on PC than it is on console. If that makes sense.
Neat.
Yeah. All my time for mixing. But speaking of that, Horizon Zero Dawn came out on PS4. It was a PS4 exclusive. It was, got a bunch of rave reviews and stuff, and it was a pretty cool sci-fi game. And it showed up on Steam like last week or the week before. I was actually interested in playing the game when it came out on PS4 because it looked cool. Are any of you guys interested, or that a hard pass for you guys?
Interested in what?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Like, am I interested in buying a PS4 so I can play Horizon Zero Dawn? No.
No, it's on Steam.
Oh, it's on Steam. I thought you just said it was PS4 exclusive.
It was, but like a week ago, it showed up on Steam that you can it's going to be out on Steam. So now that it's on PC, is it something you're interested in? Because I mean, obviously, a couple of years ago, it was the sci-fi game when it came out. I mean,
oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I missed this release. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Honestly, because it was a PS exclusive, I really didn't pay any attention to it. So I might give it another view. Oh, interesting. The publisher is PlayStation Mobile.
yeah.
The developer is Guerrilla, but the publisher is PlayStation Mobile.
Yeah, I watched Kozen play most of it. It's actually a pretty fascinating game, and the story's pretty good, so if you enjoy something with story, you'll like it.
Is there multiplayer?
I don't believe so.
So it's an action RPG. Oh, no, female protagonist. I'm out. Can't they just make games fun anymore? Why do they always have to make it a social issue?
Well, they don't. It's a scientific fact.
Here.
No, it's a scientific fact that games are more fun when the main protagonist is a 15-year-old girl.
DrNiggle's trying to kill us over here.
I think that killed the stream.
I am known as a stream killer.
So they're releasing it as a complete edition with expansions, bonus equipment, extra, equipment packs and stuff. I wonder how much it's going to cost. Is this going to be like a
It's gonna-
$60 release, or are they going to be like making you buy an $80 complete edition because the Steam listing is
It's
for the complete
definitely-
edition?
Okay, it's definitely gonna be. It's a AAA release. Well, I'm just gonna assume that it's a AAA release because PlayStation Mobile. I don't know fuck about them, but it's PlayStation. So they're gonna have the $60 base version, the $59.99 version of the base game, and then they're gonna have like the deluxe edition for $79.99, and then they're gonna have the complete edition for $99.99. I'm just gonna call it right now. That's how they're gonna do it, just like every single other AAA title release.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm gonna go old here and go. The Ultimate Edition will be $60. Like it's a 2-year-old game at this point. Like it's not technically a new release.
But it's been remastered. It's been remastered for Steam, Gobi. Brand new content, new missions, alternative hero skins.
Yeah, I'm still going with $60. $59.99.
Oh, actually, okay. Just breaking away from that because I'm scatterbrained. Here's something Omega might like this because we both are Deep Space Nine fans. So I don't know if anybody remembers a movie called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest that was about Jack Nicholson getting admitted to an insane asylum, and there was a sadistic nurse named Nurse Ratchet, and she was played by the same actor who played Kai Wynn in Deep Space Nine. So there's a Netflix show coming out called Ratchet. It's due out this year, and it's about her. And I'm going to drop this photo
Is
in the
she
podcast
reprising
channel.
the role?
No, look who they got to play her.
There's the podcast channel. Where's the podcast channel?
Oh, wait.
There it is.
Why do I know her?
Because it looks exactly like the woman who played Nurse Ratchet.
That's pretty incredible casting.
That's insane. That is insane.
So yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna do or why there's an interest in revisiting that particular universe, but yeah, it's about the sadistic
Wait a
Nurse
minute.
Ratchet.
That's Sarah Paulson. That does not look like Sarah Paulson.
That is not Sarah Paulson. Not in the image that they used. No. Unless the article that I'm using or the article that I'm reading severely fucked up its graphics. No, that is not Sarah Paulson.
No, Sarah Paulson is playing Nurse Ratchet.
All right, the article fucked up. I thought that was absolutely incredible when I saw that, but they have that mislabeled.
That's got to be a picture of that's got to be a picture from the original One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, dude, I haven't even checked. Maybe they remastered One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest because it's an HD picture.
But yeah, Sarah Paulson's playing. That's interesting.
Sarah Paulson would also make a good Nurse Ratchet. If anybody remembers Sarah Paulson, she would be from American Horror Story. I believe she's on the most of.
Yes,
she was also in Glass, if I remember correct.
She was in Glass? Oh, did she play the therapist?
Yep.
Honestly, it's gonna be kind of weird seeing her as the Nurse Ratchet type character because in American Horror Story, most of her characters are she's very much like the victim and always like scared and in terrible situations and like crying and running and screaming a lot.
Usually,
so it's gonna be weird to see her as like a sadistic psycho bitch.
Did you watch American Horror Story Apocalypse?
I stopped
which
after.
one was that?
Yeah, I stopped after the season with the haunted house where Kathy Bates thought that she was the butcher.
Okay,
Yeah,
that one was good,
Rhoda.
and then the one after that was Cult, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I stopped after Cult.
Okay,
where
so
she was the
Apocalypse.
major victim.
Yeah, Apocalypse. She played
Wait, can you just say Apocalypse again?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Shut up. Shut up. Y'all are mean to me.
We love your accent, though.
Apocalypse.
Well,
there's like 3 extra syllables at the end of
yes,
Apocalypse.
there is. Now shut the fuck up.
Okay. What's Apocalypso all about?
I don't know.
Isn't
So
that a Mel Gibson movie?
she plays the leader of this one bunker that everybody is in, and you want to talk about sadistic. She is sadistic in that, and it's not even right what she does.
I might have to check it out.
Yeah, I keep on meaning to get back into American Horror Story, and then I don't have any alcohol, and I'm like, wow, I really got to go shopping for alcohol, and then I always forget, and it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
It
Cult
sounds
was
like
a good
work.
season, but I feel like it was very topical at the time. And I mean, I guess it's still sort of relevant. But
Generally, American Horror Story is another program I'd recommend to people. I like that. Excuse me, it's the corona. I like that no season is the same as the last season. Sometimes seasons refer back to a previous season, but each one is sort of an isolated cell. It's that kind of TV show where there's a different storyline for each season, usually utilizing the same cast, but in different roles. Except for Sarah Paulson, I guess she had the victim character for 2 or 3 seasons in a row.
well, there's like a core cast, but I would say like about half the cast, if not more, is new every season. But like there is a recurring core, and it's interesting to see the roles shuffle around like that, though.
I will definitely say that Coven and Murder House were probably my 2 favorite, and then Hotel was pretty good because I'm sorry, but Lady Gaga she may be batshit crazy, but she is hot.
Okay, we're gonna disagree there, but yes, American Horror Story Hotel is the reason that was Lady Gaga's breakthrough performance, and that's why the world knows Lady Gaga.
I missed most of the earlier seasons. I started watching whichever was the one with Kathy Bates as the butcher.
Yeah, Roanoke.
Roanoke, thank you.
That was a really good one. That was a great season. And then I went back and watched fuck, I can never remember the names of these seasons.
What was the general thing going on in it?
It was one of the ones that you guys just mentioned.
Witches.
Yeah, was it?
Well, no. Yeah, I did go back and watch Coven. That I did watch that one.
Did you watch the one about the house that kills people?
Oh no, I did not see Murder House. I saw Asylum, Coven,
Freak Show.
No, I missed Freak Show, and then I saw Roanoke and Cult.
You know what? Remembering Freak Show now, I got really happy when Michael Chiklis showed up. Anybody remembers Michael Chiklis? That's fine. Nobody watched
absolutely.
The Shield back in the 90s.
Oh, dude, The Shield was the shit.
That was good shit. That was one of my first serious cop drama shows. I couldn't believe that, first of all, there was nudity, and second of all, people said shit. That's how long ago the show was.
Does anybody remember Breakout Kings?
No. What is Breakout Kings?
Just a random TV show I used to watch.
I remember when NYPD Blue, that was a great cop show back in the day. They were one of the first shows. Like there was a big deal when they were going to do nudity in an episode on live on network TV.
Oh, they showed a butt.
It was fucking Dennis Franz's butt.
That's right. You were expecting boobies, and you got Dennis Franz's ass.
Yep. And there was it was either probably later, a couple seasons later, they did show one chick's boobs silhouetted in the dark while she was coincidentally sleeping with Dennis Franz. But there was never full frontal.
How did that man get so much pussy?
The mustache.
Story writers.
I like the mustache explanation better.
Yes, the Burt Reynolds excuses always win.
I don't know. There's only certain few people that can pull that shit off. The rest of them just look like fucking creeps.
Yeah. So wait, when was that? When was the ass on TV? What year? if we can
Let's
ballpark
find
it.
out.
Because this used to be a huge deal, seeing any kind of nudity on American television.
Yeah. Now, how many times did they show Henry Cavill topless, Masami?
Good 2, 3, or 4.
There was one. Okay, there was the hot tub. There was the bath. There was the prostitute scene. There was the the love scene. There was the help me out here, Masami. Come on, you've seen these episodes at least as many times as I have.
I think you got most of them.
Hey, that's definitely those are the big ones that I remember.
Oh yes, they're definitely big.
What about the first episode where he's in the woods with a chick? Was he also topless in one of those scenes?
No, I
so.
don't think he was.
Okay.
Dennis Franz's butt was in 1995.
Holy shit! There was a butt on American TV in 1995. That's huge. That's a landmark in American television.
Compared to asses who podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
When did the Janet Jackson boob thing happen?
It was like 2000. I want to say like 2006.
Yeah, that was early mid 2000s.
I think I was in college.
It's funny. I was listening to something the other day, and
2004.
not nice. Yeah,
Wow.
That year the FCC got 1.6 million complaints about the halftime show. They get
That
them
was
every
also-
year, but
Yeah.
they got an ass ton that year.
Yeah, ass ton. There was also that was back when TiVo was a thing, and TiVo reported how many people did a rewind right at that moment, and they released that number. It is like the biggest simultaneous amount of rewinds ever in the history of TiVo. Now nobody remembers what TiVo is, and the world's better for it. But at the time, that was a big thing.
I like how they're
my
still.
parents have TiVo.
I like how they're still trying to, like, it's still known as the wardrobe malfunction when it was clearly completely deliberate.
Justin Timberlake wanted to see that titty.
No, like, for one thing, she's wearing nipple jewelry. For
Yep.
another thing, the costume was designed with snaps. Like, it was meant to be pulled off. It was meant to be ripped off. Like it was. That was not an accident. That costume would not just fall apart accidentally. Like it was completely deliberate.
Well, I've often wondered that because I obviously have nothing better to do with my life. What was Justin Timberlake supposed to do there, if not tear off that breastplate?
Yeah, and why would she be wearing nipple jewelry? Like
It was nipple armor.
Like it was completely deliberate. And anybody pretending otherwise or believing that their excuse was legitimate is just a fool.
That was great. That was a good bit of TV. But that doesn't even count as nudity, does it? That's like not. When is it nudity? When is a boob nudity? Do you have to be able to see nipple?
Exposed nipple.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it is. It's the nipple.
What if
And you could see her nipple.
what if you see none of the boob meat? It's just like a big screen, like when John Cena poked his head through the wall. What if it's just a big screen with a tiny little circle cut out and somebody's nip is through it? Is that nudity?
Well, it's kind of funny, tangentially related. There's an Instagram account so Instagram has a rule against no nudity, and they have a no nudity rule, and it basically is very extreme, like no nipples or no female nipples. So there's an Instagram account that posts pictures of topless nude females, and it photoshops male nipples on top of the female nipples.
Which
And
is
that's
another. Yeah, that's a question I've had for a long time.
Like that's their whole gimmick, is like saying, hey, we photoshopped male nipples, which are perfectly fine on Instagram, on top of these female nipples, and the rest of the boob is fine on Instagram. It's just the nipple. So if the female nipple is being covered up with a male nipple, it's good to go.
That's, in my opinion, that's genius, and that should totally be allowed.
Oh, it's a perfect protest to a completely stupid rule.
I love
Now, the next obvious logical question is the banana hammock. Very, very tight and form-fitting banana hammocks. At what point is it nudity?
Uh,
I'm just saying, you can get a full sleeve for the member and the twins. So, is that nudity? Because you can't actually see skin. You're just seeing the whole form in its glory. I don't think that's nudity. I think that's fine. That should be allowed on TV. That should be on Saturday morning cartoons. That's fine.
The way that Japan defines it is if you can see clearly details of the member, then it is nudity, and they will block.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's fascinating that you know the Japanese rules about this. We'll get into that later, I'm sure. Second, details, like, does that mean that, you know, like, you can't have one smooth, if the sheath for the member isn't exactly smooth, and you have like a little rim where you can tell where the head of the dick is that like a detail that they have to block out with that one black bar?
Yes.
Well, have you ever seen where they have like the multiple black bars?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like one of them's covering up a wrinkle in the dick. One of them's covering up like where the foreskin connects to the shaft. One of them's covering up the tip. It's like so ridiculous. Like, and for a country of, I mean, let's be honest, filthy freaks that Japanese people are sexually, the fact that they are that prude about nudity is absurd.
Well, that's what happened. I mean, you say sexual deviance and the like. Yeah, well, that's a natural reaction to such a conformist society. I completely understand that, and I support it.
Well, there's an argument that the reason for the sexual deviancy is because of the trying to repress pornography. Because, like, you want to know why tentacle porn's a thing? Because you don't got to censor a tentacle.
It's a good point. That's an excellent point, and I'm glad that we're discussing this. So is Gobi.
yes, Sam. I'm sure I am.
Hey,
Not.
these are real social issues.
That's true. All right,
I'm-
so the form-fitting
they are.
banana hammock should be perfectly fine on American television.
Actually, I think, wasn't there an episode of Parks and Rec where Chris Pratt was in a banana hammock?
If so, I
Probably.
haven't come across it yet.
Okay. I thought
Yeah.
that was a thing.
I'm
Was
scared to
Borat
Google that.
ever aired on TV?
And if it didn't,
Because, like,
the
he
question
wears,
is,
like,
how
a
did you
whole-
see it?
He wears like a whole body thong.
A whole body thong.
You don't know what a body thong is?
Nope. I'm okay with not either. I have a feeling it's not something I need to know about at this moment in time in my life, or maybe ever.
It's a wonderful thing.
I mean, imagine a thong where instead of the straps going around your hips, they go all the way up over your shoulders.
You will definitely know it from one of the Borat movie.
Oh yes.
Borat has a neon green one of those.
Yes.
So, funny story about the Borat movie. When he sang the national anthem at that rodeo, that was actually in the town that I'm from. And you want to talk about
Really?
him? Oh my God, dude, he got chased out of town. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, that was
Actually,
the thing with most of Sacha Baron Cohen's movies. When he does that, the gimmick stuff, people are unaware that it's a gimmick when it's happening. He must have some
like,
incredible lawyers.
Just a couple of weeks ago on Reddit, there was a clip popped up of an actual news broadcast from the town where they were talking, like, it was a local news article, it was like a local news topic where, like, the local news did a video of it, was talking about it before anybody knew that it was a movie, before anybody knew that it was a character. Like, they were literally they were seriously talking about it on the news, like, you know, this foreign person from Kazakhstan is greatly offended, you know, all these people. at this rodeo. It was actually pretty damn funny to see.
I can't find any images of Chris Pratt in a banana hammock. I'm not sure whether or not to be disappointed. That's okay, Goey. We know you're giving technical support to one of the GS members in chat. Shout out to Nighthawk, who just got a new PC.
Yeah, well, he just got it put together. He apparently has had the parts for a while now, since like Christmas, and just now got to putting it apart or putting it together.
It's because he's a fucking slacker.
It's a very
and
fun hobby.
And Bomb Tank just got his PC built tonight and loaded into Windows, and he just got in the Division 2 as well.
Cool.
And Silence. Yeah, and we canceled the roundtable for tonight, so I think we'll just call it a night, guys. And
All right, if we're not doing a roundtable, I'm gonna say that everybody should go to look up on Google Folding at Home, and it's a website that you can sign up and download a program that will use your computer as part of a distributed network to help. It actually helps to analyze proteins of various viruses and diseases, and it's like you do stuff like help cure cancer, and AIDS, and do Alzheimer's research. And they're currently doing a large project on COVID, and I put a post in the PC General chat on the Gunslingers Discord, so everybody should hop in there. If you got some spare computer cycles, anytime your computer's on downtime, it'll use your CPU and your GPU to help actually fight everything that's going on right now. It's going to help doctors and scientists figure out new methods of treatment. So yeah, everybody who has the CPU or GPU cycles to spare, hop on and get on it.
Coronavirus.
okay. I guess I want to thank you guys all for coming out, and thank you guys for listening. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Wash your hands.
Coronavirus.
Wash your
Vigorously.
hands, you nasty.
Very vigorous.
Vigorous coronavirus.